My daughter graduated this year, and, like many honor students, she was picked to make a trip to Germany and Poland. There, she would study the atrocities of the Holocaust brought on by the Nazis. She phoned me at 1 o'clock in the morning, her time. She couldn't sleep. She was having a meltdown. "Mom, I just needed to talk to you. I'm so glad it's you that answered the phone and not Dad," she said softly. That day, she had been to the room that was filled with prosthetic limbs. And in that instant, she realized, had her dad been born a Jew, he would not have even stood a chance to be a survivor of the Holocaust. Because of his hip, he would have been immediately executed. Her heart broke for all the children who lost parents and for families who lost loved ones. What kind of people do these things? I recently had the privilege of being at a conference where one of the speakers shared about his experience with the residential schools. He reminded me of my youngest son. Mind you, my youngest son is a big lad now. In fact, he could easily be a football blocker on any team. I watched intently as this man shared. There were times when he held his breath, trying to gain his composure in order to carry on. I watched a continuous trail of tears stream down his face. Finally, this man broke as he recalled his abuse as a 6-year-old little boy. I broke with him because I remembered the innocence of my own 6-year-old son. The whole day was a learning experience for me, heartbreaking but truthful. I also saw a picture called The Trail of Tears, where families made the tough journey to reserves in the dead of winter. They wrapped themselves and wrapped their babies in blankets that were given to them by the soldiers, but they were never told that those blankets were riddled with smallpox. What kind of people do these things? We've all heard the expression, "It's never too late." Well, it's too late for me to be one of those righteous Gentiles who helped the Jews during the Holocaust, and it's too late for me to stop those blankets from being handed out. But I can stop racism in its tracks, and so can you. We all only live so long, and with each day we can make a difference. I'm making one now. We set the examples for the ones closest to us. Remember the dash between the dates on your funeral stone. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters most is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. A joke is never funny if it's at someone else's expense. This is Lynda Lewis reminding you that we all have different fingerprints and DNA, but our blood is all one color, red. We are all part of one race, the human race. And my challenge to you today is stand up for the person who can't stand up for themselves, or for the person who is just learning how.